It was nighttime. It was nighttime in the tavern. We all went to sleep while Carl tried to make Cal throw poison bombs. He made 3 bombs and 3 Molotov poison cocktails. And then Xander had a nightmare. It was about Golden Dragon coming towards him, and then like his sword for some reason started calling out for Helio. We talked to Vulcan in the morning. He said he had some issues with Prometheus weapon. He said it's gonna take a little longer because he can't tap into the storm domain. So we have to ask Valis about that later. We made our way to the Minotaur market. And Carl asked about poison makers in the city. That's something Carl fucking put out in the fucking notes. Anyway. Then we realized that Maximus, he owns the Minotaurs in the Minotaur market. And then we started the Minotaur Auction. And at the end of the day, we spent 295 gold to buy Adrian. Adrian. The next scheduled auction for the Minotaur is in 2 to 3 days. They're mostly by ship. And yeah, we started talking to Adrian. He actually has a kid back in Aricia. We promised to actually talk to the kid, to update the kid that his dad's fine. And I think that's where we kind of left off.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're still in the tavern. What's it called again? The
Satyr's Tale.
The Satyr's Tale. I think we're planning to go up to see Valis now. Do we bring our companion who with us, or we leave him here? We probably bring him with us. I think up to the palace. A bit of a march.
Your current slave.
Yeah. Well, we don't like to put labels on our slaves. I mean, people that we hang around.
I'm just calling it like I see it. You're still slaves. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm still getting him to consider my long-term Minotaur cult. So, but we'll see how that goes. Cool. So guys, should we head up to the palace?
We go to let's go.
Okay, hold on.
Trying to organize the cameras. No.
I have no clue what's going on. Last time I left off, we were in the what was it? The fucking the academy. That was the last time I left it.
Sorry, hold on 2 seconds. I'm
There.
going to try get a map for Valis's bit. Where you're gonna meet Valis now. I suppose I still have to do. Oh, getting this fast. Fast. Make it quick. So many fucking maps for Mitros. My god.
Yeah, but
There we go.
Okay. Just literally throwing this together as fast as fucking possible.
Oh, boy. Just seeing fucking
good.
the Minotaur so big in the room. It's like half our room.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. Minotaurs are big. They're large.
Yeah, how did it fit through the door? He's like 4 squares.
Yeah,
Holy
he's a large creature.
shit.
That's what large creatures do, mate.
Technically, he could only go through like outside our room.
No, large
Yeah.
creatures can fit through a size smaller than their size.
Do they have disadvantage if they come true? By the way,
What the
That's very specific.
like I'm saying, so let's say a big creature's coming through a doorway, and we want them to come through, and we also have ready attacks. Would he have disadvantage on sort of a roll? Yo, Brian.
No.
Alright.
I now have to rejig the cameras.
I gotta take this shit off his head.
That's it, invincible friends.
Hold
Ah.
What the
Hmm.
Niall's
Okay.
gonna
on.
rage.
Hold on. I gotta take the
Good
fucking
have fucking heart attack.
receipt off. Take the fucking receipt off.
I think that's just the problem with this is Discord. It jumps the cameras. It doesn't keep them the same.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Activate. So you make your way. What day? We'll say it takes about like an hour to get to the Valus's chambers in the in the palace. And so you're having Adrian follow you, right?
Yeah, we'll keep our big boy with us.
Oh fuck!
Nice.
Hold on, I'm moving you around. Oh fuck. There you
Big
go. Okay,
boy.
he's a big boy.
Where the fuck did he come from?
You bought him.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So because it doesn't seem like the recap was fully comprehensive, but you met up with 2 individuals in the Satyr's Tail tavern that seemed to be involved in some way with the cult of the snake. You talked to them, got a little bit of information. They gave you notice of a job coming up in a day or 2 time. That they, if you're interested in, to come back the next day and talk to them. And the next morning, you tried to tail them, failed. Came back, drowned your sorrows. Kira got violently drunk. And then you all woke up in the morning and went to the Minotaur market, where you witnessed Minotaurs being sold for varying prices between 190 gold pieces to, in your case, 295 gold pieces, where you bought the last remaining Minotaur by the name of Adrian from a man called Maximus Maru. And now you are going to talk to Valus to figure out what the fuck to do now.
How big
Oh,
is
by
this
the
guy?
way, Vigor, you lost 123 gold as a result of the purchase of the.
Assuming that was a like group coin decision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I basically made myself bankrupt.
Same. Yeah, I put 60 in it. That's all the cash I had. So you just had significantly more, and
You
and we
needed
had
the money because the auction
we
was
needed
over
it.
and you had to pay you had to pay up. You had to pay up.
We'll likely get it back. Don't worry. Don't worry.
It's investment. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna kill this guy. We're gonna get all our money back. You know. So.
Mm-hmm.
And do I get
Yeah.
all it? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so you're outside Valus's chambers now. So you can click on the little door symbol to open the door.
Oh,
No.
Click on it once, or I'm gonna fucking. There you go.
Get
So you can step
epilepsy.
into the room. So you step into the room and you see. I'm just gonna pause. You guys are walking everywhere. You see Valis reclining on a long kind of couch, surrounded by Amazonian women, dotted around the walls, as she's just kind of languidly lying there reading what looks to be a somewhat long scroll. She's just kind of reading through it, and she looks up as you enter through the door.
Hey,
What do you
Valis.
guys?
How you going, girl?
How you going, girl? You sounded really
Ah.
gay. What the hell?
Well, it's good to see you again. Is my sister with you?
Kira, is she still here or is she back?
Kira's not with you. Kira's still
she,
hungover, sleeping it out in the tavern.
She had a long night last night, enjoying herself in the Satyr's Tail, so she's resting up.
Oh, okay. Satyr's Tail. That's an interesting place. I don't think I've heard of her visiting that place in quite a while. Suppose she's had a good night. What brings you to me?
We were okay. We are currently delving into the depths of understanding of how the Minotaur market works and how the system works here in Mitros. Our goal is to try and free as many as we can, and basically bring judgment upon those who would deem evil deeds upon Minotaurs.
Very noble. I've been trying to do the same thing for 3 centuries now. It's quite an ingrained part of Mitrosi life. I'm curious by what you mean bring judgment upon. Because unfortunately the law they've been rather successful in not breaching any laws.
Well, Valis, it's more about I'm not sure how well it's known about the horrific tactics they used to enslave the Minotaurs in the first place. They go in and they attack a village and they kill any defenders and threaten the women and children's lives. Unless the male Minotaurs sign a contract of servitude, and that's a war crime in any book, and especially even they are different.
It is despicable. I do 100% agree with what you want to do. It's just, how can I help?
Well, hey, you know Metros more than us. Is there anything you could give advice for us to maybe go in particular places or ask particular people that would have influence in these markets and that potentially we could bring light to these people?
Well, how familiar are you with the some of the ruling houses?
We know of the Nerdagon estate, the Antinous estate, and the Callistus estate, and Maximus as well.
Okay, you're aware of Maru. The Maru has multiple employees and associates both inside and outside of the city. Many of those associates have ties to the larger noble houses. We don't really believe in nobility in Mitros, but citizen, like a higher class of citizen, is common. And these houses, you mentioned 3 of them. The Nerdagons are by far the wealthiest, and in recent years, under Taran's guidance, they've gotten a significant degree more powerful. As for Callistus, the Callistus household are in many ways completely beholden to the Nerdagons. But in others, they are aggressors. In the past, they used to be very much at each other's throats, but now they are through some bad dealings from a former head of House Callistus, pretty much indebted to Taran Nerdagon. As for the Antonius household, they are, while not the biggest purchaser of Minotaurs, one of the biggest deliverers. They are the middleman between the market itself and those who procure the how do I put it? Stock.
Yeah. Well, we bought one ourselves, a Minotaur ourselves.
Okay, that's an interesting line.
Our goal is to find out. Well, we did find out. We asked him how he became enslaved, and our aim is to set him free.
Good. That is good to hear.
We also have some questions about the passing on of an oath of servitude. Hypothetically, if someone owns an oath of servitude to, if it's like enforced. Okay, first of all, oath of service is forced by, let's say, Shredding, so his family, and they're made to sign a piece of paper, and the owner of who's on the contract dies, are they released?
On paper, yes.
Okay. And
just because it is written down does not oaths are a tricky business. Verbal oaths are the easiest to make, but it is who like the intention of those that are making the oaths and the powers of those making the oaths that determine the severity of repercussions if an oath is broken. An oath between the Lord of Storms and one of his measly followers is more problematic for the follower than it is for Sidon if either side does not uphold it to its side. However, an oath between it's hard. This is something I've thought a lot about, but it's hard to really kind of it's hard to bring into words. The power level of those involved matters, and the intention behind the oath as well matters. An oath of service that is made under duress is far less powerful and far less enforceable than one made willingly. It's the same with an oath of protection. An oath of protection where you force someone into an oath of protection is generally there are tales of it backfiring rather spectacularly. But at the same time, I would not consider even for the lowly person, breaking an oath of service is, in many cases, either imprisonment or death. Generally at the hands of the Oudenes, the Furies.
Okay.
So
But
theoretically,
an oath made on paper is less than a verbal oath.
theoretically, if
Most of the time.
Maximus, the guy who fought,
Yes, Mr. Maru.
if he died, would all of the Minotaurs under his oath be free?
Provided that he has no immediate next of kin that he has bequeathed his assets to.
Yeah. But then
Did you know? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So you see her like she was reclining on the couch, and as this conversation was going on, she started sitting up more and more, and the moment you say that, she gestures with her left hand to one of the Amazons beside her, and the Amazon moves over to a dresser, and you see the Amazon rifle through it and pull out a sheet and hand it over to, and then walk back over and hand it to Valis.
It's the census.
Back. And you see Valis kind of take it out, and she's kind of looking through it. No, Maximus Maru has no immediate next of kin. He has cousins. And from what I suppose it might no harm in me saying this, from what my spies have been able to tell me, he is close to none of his family. It seems he's a bit of a prodigal son.
That's very useful to know.
Yes, I know quite a deal about this city. It's in my interest too.
You about to say something, Leia?
What?
You're about to say something?
Oh, I was about to ask the question whether or not he has Mexican. So.
Oh, okay.
That's me. I'm done.
Yeah, I think I'm.
Do you want to ask about the sword that Vulcan's making you?
Oh, good point. So we were in conversation. Well, Leia was by message spell with Vulcan, and he says he's having some trouble working with the storm energy. What was it? Storm magic.
Storm. He can't tap into the storm domain when he's making Prometheus' weapon.
What is my father trying to do? Tap into the storm domain. That's interesting. I can understand why he's having some difficulty. The storm domain, if you're not familiar, is the godly domain that is ruled and under the control of Sidon. So for him to tap into that for a weapon is interesting. Just like it's almost as ludicrous as hearing him tapping into that of death or madness, them being Lutheria's or dreams.
Would you have any ideas what there's anything we could do to help him? For example, if he were to receive perhaps let's say a few sacrifices would that help him be able to?
This is not so much something that he requires empowerment for. This is something that it's just a puzzle he has to work through himself. I would not normally delve into the divine domains and their complicatedness. Yeah, it is interesting that he is doing that, but it is something that will unfortunately have to take time. But yeah, how long has he been working on this for you?
A few weeks.
A few weeks?
Well, maybe, yeah.
In that case, then it wouldn't be too unreasonable to think that it would be done soon. Tapping into other divine domains is tricky for a god, especially when his is that of the forge and fire. So,
Okay.
That's very useful to know that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We So we're probably gonna go head out in a bit. Does anyone else have
anything else?
No.
I noticed that you were from some of my reports from my spies that you were in contact with members of the Cult of the Snake.
Yeah. We wanted to find out more information about the people that were turned to stone.
Yes, that is an issue that is recently becoming an issue. There's been rumors that a Medusa arrived in Mitros about 11 years ago.
Okay.
But they were just rumors. But in more recent years, became clear through underground sources, it became clear that a power play was made for what is effectively the Thieves Guild of Mitros. It is something that, as much as I try to clamp down on it, it pervades. People will steal and do everything they can.
Is
Whenever
there
they can.
an underground passageway system that people might use?
It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. We do have sewers, so people who are learned enough can travel through the sewers. Know the city well enough. As you can tell, and she gestures to her immaculate hair and clothing style. It's like, I don't travel down there very much.
Actually, could I roll to see if Xander would have any information on that himself?
Sure. It would be
because he's native.
History.
Would I have played in the sewers as a child? Probably
not.
No.
What I have as being a poor orphan who was ignored and raised by sailors and thieves and soldiers, the question.
It's your familiarity with it. So a 9. No, not really. You were always kind of steered away from them, just because they didn't want. Your parents and your guardians at the time were never really. It wasn't like a be afraid of the sewers or anything like that. It's just more of a.
Let's poop.
Like what? Why do you've no need to go there? Like it's kind of thing.
Cool.
Okay.
Like, would you have ever descended into a sewer in your life, real life?
No.
No need to.
Not unless it has candy in it.
There goes the plot.
Yeah. But
okay. Any other questions for Valis?
Does Adrian have any questions for Valis?
Adrian's still in the hall. He's kind of like, oh shit, they're talking to the queen. He doesn't know really. He's kind of a bit shy.
I'm happy enough to head off. Maybe we can start do some bit of recon of Maximus's state.
Yep, let's do that.
Yeah.
Do a bit of spying on his. Is it tonight? It's tonight in game that we have to be back at the Satyr's Tail to talk to the Cult of Snake.
It is.
Okay.
So we wanted to prioritize that mission for this night.
Okay. So It's 3 p.m. We could, or I don't think. How far away are we from the villa of Maximus?
Well, you'd have to walk towards the Souter's Tail and then north because it's in So, you went through the Souter's Tail in Stygian Row up to the palace, and then that took about 45 minutes to an hour. Just the longest part was actually just getting through the palace. You weren't kind of accosted by anyone, but at the same time there was it was difficult.
Yeah.
It was slow moving. So to get back, so it would take maybe a bit quicker to get down to Souter's Tail, so about half an hour to get down to the Souter's Tail, and then another half hour of walking up through towards the market and where you assume Maximus's villa is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be like another hour. Okay.
We could do that, but I would suggest that people that do have disguise kits, maybe put them on, and people who can transform their appearance do, and anyone who doesn't keeps far away, so we don't,
I might just
rise some suspicions. But yeah, I'm up for heading up there.
just see.
I don't know. I'll stay far away with Fortuna. I think out of range.
I think we should leave Adrian in the Satyr's Tail as well. Like, if you want to be stealthy, we don't want to be seen with the big.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
I'm just saying, do I have other armor?
Oh yeah. Do we have any? Because I think I saw there was someone had a mithril breastplate they weren't using last time. I was asking about. But...
I think Phoebe. Do you have one?
I'm looking.
Why don't we use that?
I don't see anything, but I have 3 costumes apparently.
I love one. That's all.
That's what a trace works too. Yeah, that's very good. That's a very good spell.
Oh, nice.
Who wants 3
I have
costumes?
the
3 what?
I have the mithril breastplate.
We need to be stealthy. We can just use that if you want.
And so we have 1 mithril breastplate, which is. And Phoebe, do you have any on your inventory?
3 costumes. It is not armor.
One.
It's just clothes.
And Phoebe,
do you have one?
Yeah, of course you can have one.
Mithril as well?
Mithril breastplate.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought we got someone sell them or something.
I have it. You want it?
Well, it's more. I thought we had like 2 of them.
I have a chain shirt. I'm assuming that's not the same thing.
Chain shirt. You're equipped using that, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe just for a stealthy invasion of the state in the nighttime, but we'll put the stealthy people in first, and then the rest of us will come up, pop up in there.
I'll just stay back. I'll keep my. I don't have anything else to wear other than my armor.
You have a costume you can wear.
You can go
but
naked.
like, I still be wearing my armor though.
No, we'll go naked.
Take it off. We're not gonna fight.
Take clothes off.
But you gotta see my nipples. I don't want to see my.
It's fine. We've seen your nipples before.
Wait, I'm confused. If you're wearing costumes, you can just take off your armor, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, but where does your armor go?
No, I have a disguise.
Does it go on Adrian?
Wait, sorry. Wait, you have a spare
we can
costume?
put it on Adrian.
Yeah, I have 3 costumes.
Oh shit.
No, let's put her
like,
outfit on Adrian.
If you don't expect to be like fighting, then basically you just lose all the AC, right?
Yeah, you just lose his AC. Yeah.
So if you don't expect to be fighting, then it should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take off my breastplate, my chainmail. How do I take it off?
Okay. If you go to your,
And how do I give a costume?
you don't have to go through the thing of giving, like doing the give.
I think I
you
actually
just-
have a costume, clothes costume. I actually have one. That's
There
interesting.
you go.
You're fine. Yeah, no need to worry.
So wait, how do I take it off?
Sure, I'll take one I'll take one for a bit.
Oh wait,
Get a
chainmail. Equip.
Can Adrian not hold on to it?
You can hold on. You can take your stuff
Oh,
if you need him
unequip.
to.
There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, so there we go. That's unequipped now.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
Oh wait, did I lose my? Oh no, I didn't. That's fine.
I might as well keep it.
And I equip.
Are we
costume.
doing the pass without a trace then, or are we doing something else?
Does that work for everyone or just you?
Good.
Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a 10 plus 10 bonus to dexterity spell checks. Oh, can we use that? How many times a day can you use that? Because you definitely use it later on.
As many spell slots as I have.
I actually might just use a maneuver, evasive
Let me
footwork.
stick it.
I can currently use it 3 times a day if I don't use anything else.
I do not think evasive foot. I think evasive footwork's just for something in combat.
Yeah.
When you move, you can expend 1 superiority die, rolling the die and adding the number rolled to your AC until you stop moving. Oh, in terms of actual combat, then yes, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait. So.
That is for a turn.
Okay, so it's not like I can use it for like 2 hours kind of thing.
You do not have that many. Have 4 superiority dice, so you can do it for 20 seconds.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So oh yeah,
or 18 seconds.
So I'm wearing a costume that is fashioned after a particular costume, typically meant for entertaining.
Okay, so I need to turn a light on. It's getting dark. Oh shit. Where the fuck's the light gone? There it is. Okay. So Xander's going for an entertainer's kind of costume. Leia, you taking your armor off as well? What are you doing?
Old lady who uses a walking cane.
Oh, lady.
Old lady uses a walking cane. Okay. In
My
that
staff is the
case, I'm gonna make you roll. How good you are at this.
Oh, I will.
It's gonna be a straight charisma check.
Can I help her?
A 19 plus 2, 21. Yeah, she. Are you doing this? Where are you doing this actually? Are you doing it in front of Valas, or not?
Let's just say yes, because we're in this room.
Well, I'll just do it in the hall.
Okay, you're getting changed in the hall. Okay, it's just because we have to pass through the same guards. But okay. So you kind of watching Leia get changed. You all of a sudden it's just kind of the demeanor and kind of everything about Leia changes until she just looks like, and when you first kind of look away and you look back, you're like, what the fuck? Where the fuck the old lady come from? And then it takes a second for you to realize, oh shit, that's Jasmine. Oh, that's Leia.
Jasmine.
Okay.
So
that
Jasmine,
is
the old lady.
that is what Leia is doing. So we got Xander is an entertainer, Leia is an old lady. Prometheus.
Okay. I am going to disguise myself as I'm gonna try and make myself look older. So maybe just add on a bit of like I'm basically keep the armor, but maybe use it kind of like a darker cloak on the outside and there's a hood and like put some sauce and stuff on my face to look more like a worn down veteran or something.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
What do I need to roll?
No, you don't need a roll. It's just because what Leia was asking for is very different, and it's like it's one thing to get changed into like a costume of an entertainer while having an entertainer's costume. It's one thing to just put a cloak on and make yourself look a little bit older. But Leia turned herself into a fucking old woman, so that required a bit of work. So that leaves Viger. What are you turning yourself in? What are you doing to disguise yourself?
I'm blue. It's very difficult to disguise myself.
Just put mine out to bed.
If I'm using password I trace, probably no need to put myself in a costume.
Okay.
I don't have a costume though either. Do you have to have one on you,
No.
or are we just?
No, it's a costume helps things. But
I don't have
if
one.
you just want to stay the same, you can. There's no pressure on you to get changed.
Well, I can't. I don't have a costume. Did you guys buy that like previously, or are we just assuming we have costumes?
I think it was something they started with.
Okay.
I borrowed it.
I don't have a costume.
I
The only thing I could do to stealth would be to turn into an animal. So I
Pretty
could
effective.
turn. I could turn into.
Can you turn into a dog? By the way, you can go with me.
Well, I was like, is Adrian coming with us?
Not for the espionage or the scouting.
Okay, well, I could probably turn into a dog. I'd have to check the thing.
Yeah, you can. Dogs
I
are
can? Yeah.
lower CR than what you can.
Yeah, I can turn into a dog. Yeah.
You can go around with my other chat, which I'll bring with me.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. So, if there's already another dog there, that's fine. Yeah, I'll do that.
What would I name him?
You named him Odin.
Odin. Oh, nice. Cool.
Okay, I'll be Loki then. Loki
Like
the
it.
dog.
Okay. Yeah. So you will turn into it. It lasts an hour, so you don't have to do it immediately.
Yeah, I'll do it when it's necessary, but that just means I won't be able to use pass without trace if everyone's doing their own like costume variation. So I'm not going to use
pass
that.
without trace requires concentration. So
that'll be not used.
And it lasts. How long does it last?
It says one action and it doesn't say.
Doesn't have a duration or anything on it, does it?
1 hour.
An hour. Okay. But it's concentration. So the moment you turn, I don't think you maintain concentration unless it's a feature of world shape.
Don't think so. No.
It does not break concentration on a spell you've already cast. So you can cast it and maintain concentrating on pass without trace. So
even if it fail a roll, or what do you mean?
Well, no. So like you say you cast pass without a trace, and then you transform into a dog. The pass without a trace still remains on.
Okay. There's no need. If I'm going to be blending in with the other dogs, there's no need to use 2 spells. So I'll just use.
One's a feature, one's a spell. Okay, but
Wait,
so
are they
turning into
not?
a dog.
Is my wild shape not? Does it
It's
not
not
use
technically not a spell. It's a.
Oh, it's got its own thing. Yeah.
It's its own thing.
Okay, yeah. I might as well use both then. There's no reason why not to.
And then Carl, what are you doing?
Can I ask Valis for a good bit of bandages to use?
She gets one of the other Amazons to go outside and source some bandages for you, but after like 5 minutes, the Amazon comes back with some bandages for you.
Okay, I'd like to wrap my head and my hands and like any showing part of my body, like as if I'm a leper. And then with some of the poison vodka shit I made, I'd like to drench it on parts of me so it smells like 1, I'm a drunkard, and 2, I'm kind of sick. because of the poison.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
That's very good. Okay. Phoebe. Costume, is it?
Can I have a disguise kit as well? Can I, in combination, change myself into looking like a dude?
Looking like a dude. Yeah. Disguise kit doesn't mean you don't have to roll anything for disguise kit, right?
Think.
Okay, so this would probably be
Advantage?
it means you can add your proficiency modifier, which is +3. Yeah, +3. Yeah. So because you're using a disguise kit, I'll.
Can I help her by just giving her suggestions as she puts this on? You know, just like critique.
Yeah.
Nah, you
So.
don't have to do this.
So roll a charisma check. We'll add 3 to the roll mentally because I don't want to bother going through the effort of trying to add proficiency modifier.
Yeah.
You can roll again as well because you're getting help.
Oh, yay!
No.
14. You look kind of like a tomboy. Where like if someone was looking at you close enough, they'd probably kind of twig that you're dressed up. You're cross-dressing, but to most people, yeah, just casually passing you by, they wouldn't look at you any differently.
Fingers crossed then.
Okay. Okay, so you good to go?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
So we'll just move over to this screen here, just for the meantime, as you leave. And as you're leaving the palace, you see a bit of a commotion by the Temple of the Five. As you see this relatively humble temple, with an entrance with 5 stone columns. It's smaller than the Temple of Sidon, a bit across the way, but it displays a much higher level of artistry, with like beautiful architecture and statues. And intricate carvings on nearly every surface that you see. Even from a distance, you can just marvel at the quality of the craftsmanship that's gone into this temple. And as you're walking by, you see a very young, handsome half elf. That's just kind of speaking to a crowd. And as you're listening, you're hearing this young half elf, maybe 20, if even in equivalent years, and he's just extolling the glorious virtues and the beauty of Valis to this crowd of people as you walk by. Yeah. Okay. So you're leaving the grounds of the city, of the palace area, moving down into Cosmoplay, then Stygian Row, where you're walking by the Satyr's Tail. And what do you like? Are you leaving Adrian in the Satyr's Tail?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say to him to go see how Kiera is. Wait, they haven't met, have they?
Akira was passed out.
Yeah, no.
Akira was passed the fuck out when.
I'd say, well, we just say to go get a drink there, or
Get a drink, get some rest.
Yeah.
I'll hand them a few silvers, for food and drink stuff. And maybe also talk to the manager real quick to say like that's, by the way, he's with us. Don't kick the random Minotaur out. He can even stay to the rooms as well. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's no problem. So you leave your stuff with Adrian. and the guy doesn't really mind you kind of using the room like that. You get the impression that not many people spend the night in the Tatter's Tale, so he would mainly use it just to kick people that are a bit too drunk, but he doesn't want to kick out, kind of thing. Just kind of leave them somewhere out of sight for on the nights where some of the more affluent people are here and they don't want to see drunkards pass out in their bar.
Just curious, do we see the people or
No.
the cult of the snake?
They are not present.
Okay, great.
Past
Also,
that,
I think did I do the inspiring speech last session we have for today?
You did it at the start of the day, yeah.
Okay, cool, nice.
You haven't had a short rest or long rest to invalidate it yet. After trekking your way north towards the Minotaur Market again, Carl and Prometheus, you're both joined again by Eris and Fortuna that you sent off to tail Maximus back to his abode. And both of you get snippets of communication from your familiars, and what you pick up is Maximus made 3 stops before heading home. The first was to a nondescript house in the Metacles district to the south of Stygian Row, kind of like a slightly more wealthy dockyards area where you've spent some time. He stopped into the Vault of Thalea and also the Nerdagon estate before returning to his villa, which is to the slight northwest of the Minotaur Market, still in Stygian's Row. In Stygian Row.
Would we have any idea about the process that is used to identify someone to their vault in the city?
That is a good question.
Like, if someone looks exactly like the person, can you still go into their vault? Let's say someone using like the size self for the magic revolution, and has their armor or clothing.
Are you thinking about when opening the gates for the Minotaur?
No, I'm thinking after the fact. If we kill Maximus, we could take his armor and clean out his vault too.
I'll say the only one that would know anything about how the Vault of Thalea works would be Xander, and that would purely be through your business with your family. You would have never been there yourself. It's only through the fact that your family might have had some business there, like maybe, that you might remember. So a history check for you, Xander.
Okay. Oh, I got a charisma
because
check as
the
well.
rest. Oh, did you get a charisma? Just say the wisdom. So it's 12. 12 is enough for you to remember that your family has had some business with, like, as in used the Vault of Thalea as a bank in the past, but it's only when they've had significant amounts of money come through, because it's not cheap using the bank as a place to safely store your money. They charge pretty hefty fees, but you remember briefly that the vault is pretty much run by a circle of druids.
Okay.
That's the only bit that kind of you remember. So make of that what you will.
Cool. Okay. So we'll head on up then, and maybe don't well, as we get closer towards Max's estate, we'll kind of like spread out maybe into twos or something, just to, or even sort of all grouped up.
If one of us helps the old lady up the hill.
I don't need no help, you motherfucker bitch.
Careful there,
I have
mother.
my walking stick.
Okay.
I'll keep people a little bit at length from Carl. A little bit of a. No, actually, I'll just be a few feet away. As I go up, hood down, walking along. Fortuna, looking through the eyes of Fortuna, actually, as well.
Yeah. With enough time, you come across a rather large-looking house, like villa almost, in an area that is rather kind of meh. It's this close to Mount Vulcan. The Stygian Row has, like, even though Stygian Row is like almost the slums of the city, there is still different levels of wealth in this area. The closer you get to Mount Vulcan, and as the buildings that might be almost rising up through the up the mountainside, they tend to get a little bit wealthier. Still not as nice as other parts of the city you've been in, but still nice. And as you come up to where Fortuna and Eris were telling you is where Maximus went to last and had not left by the time you recalled them. You see what looks to be a villa, but also sort of like a compound. With walls that are 9 feet tall, ringing about 120 feet across, with a large 2 double doors, like a large gate in front, guarded by 2 thug-like individuals. They're not dressed exceptionally well, but they seem to be like leaning against the kind of a bit of a wall that's jutted out as they're kind of leaning against it, kind of casually talking to each other in front of the gates. And it goes back a fair amount as well. There's about like a 10, 15 foot alley on either side of the house that is kind of just completely left bare. The more you look at it, the more it looks like a compound. But it's still nice to look at from the outside. It's not like overbearing.
Does it look prison-like in any way?
I wouldn't call it prison-like. It's like sandstone walls.
Yeah.
With red roofing. And what you see at first, it's all roughly the same level. It's all one level, with 9 foot tall sandstone walls, a little bit of roofing coming over the side, and roofing along the sides and back, and it looks like a courtyard behind the main doors.
Okay, cool.
So
with Fortuna and Eris, you can see over, and you see the same thing of it being like a large, kind of like a U shape, but the left hand corner is more has more buildings to the bottom, to the, like, what do we call that?
Yeah. Okay. And when I would find Fortuna over, can I see is there any other guards hanging around, or what's in the courtyard?
Make a perception check. Fortuna, let me have hold on a second. It's she's got plus. Does she have advantage or something?
Sure. Yeah, pseudo. Yeah, sorry. Advantage and all. What do you call perception checks? I think. What was it here? Keen senses to suit dragon's advantage on wisdom, perception checks around sight, hearing, and smell. Yeah.
So I prompted you twice there. Just roll twice.
Thank you. Not too shabby.
And she got a plus
Plus
3 to it.
3. Yeah,
Yep.
so 22.
So that's a 22. Yeah. Okay. Using Fortuna, you're able to see another 4 guards inside the compound. Kind of 2 to the left-hand side, past the main doors where there's like a fountain and looks to be a cart. These 2 guards are on the left-hand side when you come through, and then there's another 2 towards the back end of the compound.
Okay.
The two towards the 2 that are to the left look to be guarding something, and the 2 towards the back are just sitting on like crates and chatting.
Okay. And is there any windows on the house on the back, the wall? Is there any like?
Yes, there are some windows.
Like on the second floor.
There's no second floor. It's all one floor.
Okay.
So there, if you want to go down the alleys, you might find windows, but you do see there are some windows on the inside walls.
Any rear door?
Any weird door?
Rear door to like, let's say.
Rear door?
No.
You don't see scouting around. You don't see. Oh, the only entrance you see is this main double door, double gate.
Is it open actually? Is it closed?
It's closed.
Okay. Is it see through or is it a
solid oaken door?
Okay. Cool.
Okay. I guess we've got all the intel we might need. Maybe I might quietly wave to, or like make a hand signal to people as I go by, so I notice them that I'm heading back towards the Satyr's Tail.
I'm just going to linger a little bit. Just if I lean up against the wall, not too far away from the guards, could I listen to their conversation?
Yes, you can do that. So yeah, you're gonna have to stealth here, so you don't. Are just to be clear, is password or trace active?
Don't think so.
Wait, do we need to?
You're nearby.
Is our whole stealth situation beginning when we go through the door?
I think it's more for later in the night.
Okay, well then I'll hold on.
No. Okay, so it's just a straight dexterity check with for Xander. What is the stealth check? And you do not have disadvantage.
Wait, sorry. Will we be doing?
Xander's trying to sidle up to the door to see if he can hear anything from the.
No, like, is it going to be dark within the hour? Because it could last the hour.
It's currently.
My Odyssey is trying to load back up. It's being weird.
Can't see
the time. It's 4.
It's about 25 past 20. Oh, I lost connection to the server. Attempting to reestablish.
Things like that. We shouldn't metagame and say, oh, it is or isn't. It should be.
Yeah, if it's not mentioned that it's up, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
From now on, it's just. I didn't know if it was.
Yeah.
Well, for time.
No.
For spells like that.
If like password or trace is up or not, but you still rolled a natural 1. So Xander, you're coming up to, you're trying to sidle up. The awkward thing about this kind of what you're trying to do is that the 2 guards that are.
Can I use my birthday inspiration? Or was it inspiration or reroll?
That just adds a D8, a D6 or a D8. I can't remember what we said.
Don't do it here. Do it in combat.
You still rolled a natural 1.
Do it in
But it's
combat.
plus 3.
Critical failure.
Plus 3.
No, do it in
Plus-
combat. Don't be silly.
What?
Okay, okay.
Natural 1 plus 3 is still a 4.
What are you doing? Don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm good. I'm just like, it's a failure, man.
Okay. Okay.
A
that's fine.
natural 1 is a failure
Okay,
in this situation.
I guess no. Actually, I what I should have done is say,
You wanted to use the inspiration before you roll.
Yeah, exactly. That would make more sense actually.
Because that's metagaming.
That is metagaming. Yeah.
So yes, the awkward thing about what you're trying to do is you see these two guards out in front of the gate, just kind of casually chatting, and you're too focused on kind of trying to sidle up that you realize, in trying to be smooth and move closer to them, you realize there's no one really around you that you can kind of blend in with, because this villa / compound is pretty much removed from everywhere else. You have the main kind of 120 foot wide wall with the gate in the middle of it, and then you have a 10-15 foot wide alley on either side, and the street itself is a wide enough street, but everyone seems to, when they're walking by, kind of give it a little bit of a berth, not out of kind of fear or anything like that, but just because it stands out, and people don't like to walk near something that stands out like that, especially when it's guarded.
Yeah.
And you're trying to sidle up to them like that, and you get immediately spotted by the two guards that just stop talking and just stare at you like, "Hey mate, what are you doing?
Oh,
Can we help you?"
I was wondering, would you like some entertainment?
No, man, we're good.
Okay.
Can you leave, please?
Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm just humbling around. That's all.
All right. They've both of them have clocked you.
Yeah.
So good chance they recognize you. Like, just look, like you see them kind of looking you up and down and sizing you up.
But I just play my little drum as I walk away.
Okay. Yep.
And do a little skip.
Can I?
What do you want to do?
Can I walk toward? Well, like when Xander's like far away, like I don't want to like them to know like we're kind of all together. We're kind of dispersed, right?
Yeah.
So when the guards are kind of back at their posts, I'll just like slowly like walk up like an old lady. And they probably will see me. I'll just walk up.
Yeah.
And then I give them a really nice, charming smiles, and I say, "Do you two young lads like to have some of my muffins?" I'm from the village just right behind this village, and I thought I could sell some muffins to you, because, at this neck of the woods, there's not much business. I try to be friends.
Yeah, I'm torn between deception and persuasion for this. This would probably be persuasion, because you did roll like insanely high on your disguise. Okay.
Well, baby.
16. So the two guards, you just, as you're walking towards them, you do overhear them saying, "That guy was weird." Anyway, what did you hear about the boss's new? And then the moment you come up to them, they're like, miss, can you Oh, and then you say, when you say where you say, it's like, they're just kind of like, what kind of muffins have you got?
I've got all kinds of muffins. I bring out the blueberry muffin, pastry, the custard cream, everything.
That's
everything.
like 2 weeks old.
Yeah, these are all like you got these in Astoria, right? So you're taking these out of like folds in your clothes, and they're just they look intrigued, and they're kind of, you got any Danish?
This like, precious Danish is from the village just right behind. It's like they make it fresh every day, but it's like so hard to get business. That's why I'm like, I need to help them out a little bit.
Okay. How
It's
much
just
for the Danish? When they're kind of
it's
like
hard.
they're just more focused on the pastry rather than the story that you're trying to tell around it.
It's a
And they're
one
just kind of like they're
copper.
just kind of, how much for that?
One copper each.
A copper? Yeah, sure. And you just see them reach into their coin pouch, and they both take out a copper. It's like, you got 2 Danishes, you right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
perfect.
I just want. Is there anyone in the castle who would like pastries?
The two of them look at each other. It's like, oh,
Daily deliveries.
and the two of them are kind of looking between them. They're going, maybe Mark's been an awful like whingy little boy last couple of days. Pastry might cheer him up. Yeah. How about one of those custard creams you said? One of those for one of the mates inside.
I'll give him the custard. This free for you because it's such a good customer. First customer
Oh,
bonus.
thank you, old lady.
I can drop by every day at the same time to give you your Danish if you like.
The
It
two of them, it's like,
must be hard to be
oh,
guards.
we're not going to be on shift tomorrow, but we can let the people that will be on shift know that you'll be coming around if you want.
How many did I bring next time?
They look between each other and they're like, well, it's like, well, Grouchy old fucker won't want one. And then like, you can see them. You see one of them kind of just doing like fingers. It's kind of like, I think like 12. The boss might want one.
That's perfect. Oh, that's so good. I'll bring 12 and more for you guys. Okay.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing, love.
That's so hard. What's
And
your name? Random name
random
generator.
name. I'm Julian, and this here is Odell. Odell.
Oh.
What's your name? What's your name, love?
My name's Jasmine. Like the
Oh.
flower.
Oh, that's
Old lady Jasmine.
first time I've ever heard that name before. Cool, nice, old lady Jasmine. We'll remember you. I'll make sure that old lady Jasmine's coming by with pastries for the guards tomorrow.
Have a good day, sons.
Thank you.
Enjoy your pastries.
Okay.
That's great.
12 people, bro.
They said 12 would be interested, yeah.
I said it's gonna be more. We don't even know where the room is. How the fuck do we do it? Okay, we need another thing to sneak into. I just like think to myself. Walk like as I walk home. Walk back.
Yeah. Do I see anyone else? Do I see let's say Leia or anyone else walking away? Or
if you're looking through Fortuna's eyes, yeah, you'd see through Fortuna. You'd see like what happened with Xander and what happened with Leia.
Okay, so
Leia actually came out of that with a profit.
Nice.
2 coppers.
2 copper
How
for
much
selling
is one
stale
pastry?
pastries.
How much did you buy them
I
for?
don't even remember anymore.
I think you.
Oh, if you
you
factor in how much you paid for the pastries, I think you lost money.
Yeah, you
That's why they
overpaid
were
for them,
like, they were
actually.
the moment you said like a copper, they're like, yeah.
But they're probably going to get sick now because they were 2 weeks old.
I wasn't sure what you were selling when you said you were selling your muffins. So,
whoa.
You could lace them.
Too much
Lace them
Twitch
with
Whoa,
the.
lady Jasmine.
Oh god, lace them with the alcohol you got.
Yeah, you probably should have. Maybe later.
Next time we'll bring out the big guys.
Or,
The alcohol.
Carl, Vigor, or Phoebe doing anything?
Yeah, sure.
Carl's not. Okay, what are you doing, Vigor? You've witnessed. I'd say from a distance, you would have been able to witness Xander's failed attempt at sidling up to the guards to hear what they're saying, and you also would have witnessed Leia's.
I'm a dog.
Uh,
No?
you've turned into a dog, have you?
No, wait. Sorry. Is this the stealth portion of the game?
No, you haven't stealthed yet.
Oh, I haven't
so-
stealthed yet. Okay.
Later on
Well, it's up
is
to you.
the
It's up to you.
house invasion. It's up to you.
I think I'm gonna be very passive in this regard. I'm just gonna be like, I'm just chilling, waiting,
Okay.
waiting for us to pass. Yeah. I don't want to be chaotic good just yet.
Okay. Is Phoebe doing anything?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit confused. What are we aiming for?
This was just it's an exercise to go get information about Maximus' compound, so we can see, let's say, how many guards there were, how to get into it, and then we're just going to use this information later. Like, we still need to go back and meet the Cult of the Snake guys. Maybe do that mission first if we want to, and then we come back and we'll go raid the compound. Hopefully, kill Maximus and the guards and steal those money.
Yeah.
And we're disguised, though, right?
Yeah, you're disguised. You're disguised right now.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything. Any inspiration from the gang? Will I be able to talk to the gang, or are we that dispersed?
I wouldn't say you're that dispersed. You're kind of you're close enough that you can all see each other, so you could potentially move over to one of them. You're not actively hiding from their point of view. You're just kind of blending in. So it's not really something that requires like an active stealth roll from all of you, because they're not actively looking for you. They're just passively standing guard. If anyone comes up to them, they'll like repulse them. Unless you've a reason for being there. So like, they're not really like actively searching the crowd and keeping an eye on everyone walking by. So you can move amongst yourselves.
Okay. Well, I feel like I can't be what old lady Jasmine just did. So I kind of maybe try and signal to everyone, being like, "Shall we reconvene?"
Yeah.
Somewhere further away.
Yeah. I guess we've done a bit of recon, so we can go back to Saddlesdale now.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll just try to head it back. On the way, could I go just stop by any old shop to get a black this like a black outfit? I'm looking for just like cloth black pants and a cloth black like long sleeve.
Maybe a ninja.
Yeah, maybe basically ninja and maybe like a dark coat or something.
Yeah.
Something blackish gray.
Yeah, you
flowing.
can find it. Like, and also it wouldn't be of the highest quality in this part of the city.
Oh, I know quality.
It would have you could buy that set of clothing for trying to think here. Like 3 silver.
Sure.
To buy a set of black clothing, but it's got a little bit of a smell to it. And you do see some stains in certain places. It would suffice for what you're thinking, but it's not exactly the cleanest.
Can I pay 4 just to have it not smelling of feces and?
This is what the merchant in this part. It doesn't smell of feces. It's just smells like it's being worn by someone that wasn't very clean in the past.
Okay, I minus 3 silver there.
Yeah, 3 silver, and you get some black
It's
cloth.
like a blackout.
It is black cloth. There's nothing fancy about it. It's almost like kind of like someone just got like a bag, like a cloth bag, and cut out are like holes for the head and the arms. There's no sleeves to it. It's like, and then it's got like proper black, slightly nicer black trouser legs.
Sounds good. Okay. I'll head back to the Satyr's Tail and kind of just clean up the disguise and go sit in the go back into a normal armor and go sit in the corner of the table where we met the guys the last day, just having a pint or two, some food.
Just waiting at the Satyr's Tail.
Yeah.
You all gonna be? You're all heading back to the Satyr's Tail, right?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. There you go. So Prometheus, you'd be down here then. I'd say after it takes about, you get there about like 5:15. I'd say it'd be probably closer to 5:30 actually. That dude's not there.
We just get some food and drink and stuff, and then chill to see when the cult of the snake arrive.
Kira is now like awake, and as you come back into your rooms that you're renting, you see Kira just kind of sitting on the bed, one of the beds, and is just talking with Adrian. As you come in, and she's like, she's just like badgering him with questions about everything and anything. It's like, and what time would you wake up to go fishing in the morning? Kind of thing. Like, all these kind of questions of just random little facts about the guy, and he's just completely just focused. It's like just talking about his life as a fisherman, off the coast of the like on the Eurasian Peninsula. And as you all come in, Kira goes, "Oh, I didn't know you all bought a slave."
Oh gosh.
Slave! I'm still in that old lady.
Oh, you still? It's like she like Kira takes a moment to go. Oh, I like that. What were you doing with that getup? But anyway, can we just while I love what you're doing with the costume, can we just get back to the other matter of hand? That like you bought a slave?
Yeah, we're gonna set him free.
Why haven't you?
Well, actually, this is a good question.
He's already free.
Is he not?
Wait. No, he's not. He's not yet. But we were discussing about it. I think we were
getting him to we were going to give him some rest and stuff. While we did some recon on the guy who bought him.
Yeah.
And we were asking Valis as well, your sister, about.
You went to my sister before me?
Well,
I'm hurt. That
sorry.
bitch doesn't know anything.
We were.
I'm the one that's in touch with the underground of the city. I know everything there is to know about what goes on here.
Oh, do you know about the secret passages?
Yeah, I know all about secret passages. Oh yeah.
Could you tell us where they are?
No.
Oh.
No.
Why not?
He knows how to get into Maximus's room.
Well, okay. On the secret passages side, it's because the last time I told people about that, I got my ass handed to me by Valis, and she made me swear an oath not to tell anyone else where they are, because some elephants were involved, and a parade of centaurs, and let's just say her previous king was not very happy with me. But I had a great time. Everyone loved it. He became a laughing stock. Then he died shortly after, and then we got a Castus, which was probably a trade down in all honesty, because that guy is. Ooh.
It's good to
Yeah,
know
he
that there
doesn't
are
like
secret
me.
passages because I didn't actually know there was. But
Oh yeah, of course.
yeah.
Like this city's been around for ages. Like the secret passages everywhere. Like I'm pretty sure the vault at Talea has tunnels in and out of that place, but don't. That's the one place I'm going to tell you now. Don't even try. Um, don't even try. I've tried poking my head in, see what the hell they're up to, and I almost had it taken off. So no. But yeah, there's passages all around the city. Someone if like I don't know who this Maximus figure you're talking to me about, old lady Leia. But like it depends on where the city is. Like there's tunnels everywhere. People, granted, a lot of them are used by thieves, and the Thieves Guild. Who are the Thieves Guild nowadays? They change all the
The
time.
snake.
Cult of the Snake. That's the one. They're a bit more fanatical, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
We're probably going to investigate the cult of the snake and.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But back to the problem with the with my good friend Adrian here. She kind of looks up as he's like 4 feet taller than her. What are you doing about him?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about this. We're gonna charter a boat, and so he's basically. You're welcome to join us when we charter that boat, and we'll drop you home.
Chartering a boat? What, to get him back to his home?
Well, we have business in the Cerulean Sea anyway.
Yes, that is true.
So it's just as convenient if we charter a boat eventually, like when we get a few people together, that he joins us and we drop him off.
Why do you need to charter the boat when you can just get the Ultros?
Wait,
that's the plan.
That's
What was that, Leia?
our boat.
Yeah.
We're bringing him home to his son, Jace. He just has to help us with a few things beforehand. But
does he need to be
free.
a slave to help you? Can he not?
No.
Well, I mean, we can. We're okay. I'm up for freeing Adrian, but Adrian, we need a bit of a. It would be great to have your help on a few things.
You want some assurances that I'm not just going to up and leave the moment you set me free.
Yes. I mean, your word would suffice in helping us in the city, and also maybe a bit afterwards.
Yes. It would be treacherous for me to make my own way home, given that you are offering to take me to my home. So I would be amenable to helping you in the city. I don't like, but at the same time, my skill set lies in hitting things hard and fishing. I'm not very. I'm not sure how useful I could be for you.
Like, we won't really ask much of you. Really, like it's merely more so. If anything, you should rest here, or rest if you want in a more safe place. And when we're ready to go, we'll go.
Okay. do you know of any places that aren't? And he just kind of gestures to the tavern. It's like, any places that I might be able to make myself useful for a time?
What about your mate, Prometheus in the
That isn't a bad suggestion.
would that be a good place to keep you for a little bit, just to, if, because he's right by the docks, so I'm sure you could do a bit of fishing in the meantime anyway, if you felt that was what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure depending on, you could either work at the bar. I mean, he could also set you up maybe, with some fishermen, local fishermen for a while. Unless you want to be involved. I was thinking of tonight's shenanigans. We're going to break a bunch of Minotaurs free. You could be involved in that. You might get some personal liking for that. Or you refer to
how are you going to break them free? Are you going to raid the market?
So there's a delivery of enslaved Minotaurs going to be arriving, but we're talking more to the Cult of the Snake chaps that are coming up.
Okay. And I would be interested in helping those that are being wronged, like I have been. I merely was asking for like things to idle my time when you have no need for me. If you have connections that might be able to put me up for a few days or weeks, I'm more than willing to work my keep.
Okay, I'll talk to fucking John the Broad down in his tavern. He might have some work and also some. You'll know a lot of locals that might have jobs for you. That's
excellent. Yes, that would be most helpful.
So we were saying from this point on you're free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we all?
Who signed the document? Oh, you signed as the heroes. That's right. Yeah.
Was
yeah.
it
The Oracle's chosen. You signed as the Oracle's chosen. So, provided all 6 of you agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Free agree.
Okay, cool.
And Vigor as well, 6. Okay, yeah. He just kind of, there's no like magical fanfare on canceling an oath like this. You just agree to free him. It doesn't really feel like there's any kind of like ceremony around it. He just holds out his hand as you shake his hand, and that seems to be all that is entailed from what you can see. An agreement that he is free. It feels odd because most oaths are made through like verbal communication. That and this one is written. It feels weird that a written oath is being cancelled by, I don't know, a verbal just verbal agreement, but it seems to work. And it makes sense that it would work from what you know of oaths.
I mean, if we burn the paper as well. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, burn the paper as well.
Cool. So I'll head back out.
You're welcome to stay here or for another night, because we have some business with we're gonna try find out the Cult of the Snake. You can join us if you want, or you're.
I would rather distance myself from the more dangerous things that you might be willing to do.
That's fair.
If you need me for muscle, I don't mind flexing them, but more than that is a moral problem for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, cause you want to get home as well.
I do, and I don't want to die.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe just so that you're looking after, we might be changing some kit. So maybe if you're looking after our stuff just for this night.
Yes.
So,
No,
So,
that is no issue to me at all. Okay. So after this conversation, Kira's just kind of sitting there and she's just kind of nodding, going, "Good, that's good." Kind of looking. It's like, I caused this. I caused some good. I brought some change into the world. is what she's going for. Even though all of the work was done by you, it looks like she's trying to take all the credit to herself. And then she goes, "Okay, some more drinking, right?"
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll have a bit more.
yeah,
Would you like
we got time to use anyway.
We'll
Great.
yeah, we got a few hours to kill before, say, the guys come through.
Okay. So as you all descend down into the tavern proper, down to the table that Prometheus is at, Kira sits down at the table. A server comes over. It's like, well, drinks for everyone, yes?
Yeah, please.
How's ale?
How's
bit of
sale for
food.
everyone? Food as well, coming right up. No
Yeah,
worries.
that'd be great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So you all get served with food and drink. Just move you down.
Carl, do you want to
Uh,
put some poison in some of those pastries that Leia is going to buy some tomorrow?
I would, but they would just spit it out. I need something a little bit more subtle, something from the cult of Etheria. Everything
You
I have,
can make things taste good, though.
it would only give them a bit of a stomachache. It would not outright kill them, which is what I've been trying to do for the past 2 weeks here.
They need something stronger.
We need
Should
something.
we go over there?
Rat poison and boar poison is not strong enough to kill a person. We need something stronger.
Okay.
You've seen me choking down
Oh yeah.
3 boar poisons in one session.
But yeah, you look like you're about to fucking puke up your guts there, and I wouldn't imagine if you had that for 3 hours, that wouldn't be nice.
No. That's the sleep deprivation. That's not me being unwell or sick. It's just me not sleeping.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Wait, did you not sleep last night?
Nope.
Why?
I was making some nice hefty bottles for Leia and for Prometheus.
Is that?
And I'll point at Prometheus, and then
Thanks, buddy.
I hope he remembers that I gave him that Molotov.
Yo, I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna flip it and catch it. So it's gonna be.
Performance.
I got it.
Just drops on the table.
No, I'd say he's dexterous enough.
Yeah.
At base not to drop it, unless you try to do some
unless he was
like
drunk.
some bartender stuff to try to flip it up in the air like that. But if you're just doing that,
there's only one flip. It's only one flip. It's just a catch one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so just to be sure, like, does anyone else have any armor? I know I already asked. We have a breastplate mithril spare, which Leia has. By need for a stealthy mission tonight, because it won't really cause any issue with our stealth process. But does anyone else have any? You sure? I thought we had a few other mithril shirts at some point.
I gave some to Phoebe, I think.
Okay.
I think the one that I got
I don't have any, so either I sold it or I'm pretty sure I just couldn't wear it, so I didn't take it.
Oh, that might have been right.
If it was medium armor, she couldn't wear it.
Did it? But that's why I think someone has it. That's what
I think we may have sold it.
Okay.
If I had some in my inventory, I was either sold or I gave it to someone.
Great.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was like being melted down to make some fucking weapon, right?
I was about to say, yeah, that might have been it.
Oh,
that was it, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, Dan's nodding. Is like, yes.
So
Yeah, you needed to get the ingredients first. That shit somewhere.
Yeah, that
Can
would
we-
make sense.
Yeah. Can we kind of zoom to if the guys come in or not? Are they?
Yeah. So after about like an hour of you just kind of eating and drinking casually amongst yourselves, if there's no discussion that you guys want to have amongst yourselves, after a little while, you see coming through the main doors, you see two familiar-looking individuals. One being Nero, the right-hand one, and the other is an unnamed guy. You never got his name. As they come through the door, and they immediately just start scanning the place, looking around. They nod over at Frix on the satyr that you were talking with a while ago. Nod towards the bartender Julius, and then look over to you, see you all there, and just start making their way down to you. That's like,
Cool.
Greetings, Jack.
welcome. Good to see you. You got any spare seats there?
I'm sure we
Yeah,
can shove
join
over.
us.
Right on over.
So like one of Nero like slots in beside you, Xander, and then the other guy walks over and asks, can he grab a chair from their table, and comes over and sits between Viger and Kira. Yes. Good to see you. So, want to get right to business, or do you want to just have some drinks or chats? What do you want to do here?
Hey, start off
Straight
with
to
the
business.
I think.
You want?
Straight.
Oh.
Drinks first. Okay, great.
No,
and
no,
you
no,
just
no.
he just gestures, the unnamed man gestures to one of the servers to bring over another round of drinks for everyone, and he's just kind of like, so, how are you all keeping?
Good.
Good.
We would like to take you up on your proposition, I think.
Oh, so we're going straight to business. Cool.
Yeah.
Can I get clarity who the hell these guys are? Because I have no idea who they are.
Someone want to bring them up today, because Viger would know this, but
Wait, hang
one
on.
of
Were
you
you
guys
not
would.
here when we followed them?
No.
Okay. We talked to them. They gave us a business proposition about heisting, stealing some Minotaur that were about to arrive on a boat. And it's tomorrow morning, I believe, that's going to happen.
Right.
Or when is it?
Or during the night, I think. Maybe.
You don't know.
Okay.
They haven't told you.
I
They
don't
said it was.
Yeah, we had
It
to.
was just said it was tomorrow.
Yeah, we had to tell them by today if we wanted in or not, and we ended up trying to follow them, but we lost them. Miraculously, they were very slippy.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with me wearing heavy armor. Okay.
And me having a terrible disguise kit, or just even the fact that we just didn't see the back door until like a half an hour after.
Some bad tailing from.
Yeah.
So they're
from
like
everyone.
they're bandits, are they? They're like bandits.
They're not really, but they're more cults like. They're cultists.
Yeah. Yeah, they're known for thievery and crime and stuff in the city at the moment. They're like a rising, probably the most famous gang at the moment. And there's rumors that there's a Medusa, which is maybe perhaps their leader or whoever they worship or something like that. So we're here. Yeah, so we're trying to get more information now from these chaps.
Cool.
Yes.
So you're interested in taking us up on our offer?
Absolutely.
We are.
Yeah.
And there's a few details I was looking at. When we do, this goes well, and we may take out the guards, and what are we doing with the Minotaurs? What's the game plan?
We'll ensure that they make it home.
And what do you mean by that? Are
we
you
have.
selling them free? You're selling them, or are you?
Oh no, we're not going to sell them. God no, no. The whole trade that goes on in Midros is despicable. It's in. We have contacts that can relocate them somewhere safer. Whether that is their own home or elsewhere, it's up to them.
Sounds like you're.
That's a good plan.
Are we? Can we tell if they're telling the truth?
That's actually a good idea.
You want to make an insight check, Phoebe?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm also.
She's the one that said it, so she's the one that makes it.
You can do it, Phoebe.
I was just
I'm not rolled
thinking
very
of
well.
that. 7, a 9.
A 9?
No.
Yeah, they seem like the one that's talking. Nero hasn't spoken yet, but the one that's talking seems to be very kind of passionate about what he's saying to you. That like, yeah, he thinks Minotaur trade here is despicable, and they can make sure that any Minotaurs that they free get home somewhere, either get home or get somewhere safe for them.
So actually, I didn't get your name. You're Nero, but you're.
Oh yeah. My name is Grekos.
Oh, Grekos. Oh, nice to meet you.
2 of us are brothers. Grew up here. Got to know the place very, very well.
Yeah. What's the time frame that you're thinking of?
It would be mid to late morning.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
There will be a shipment of about 4 Minotaurs arriving. From lands unknown. Sometimes they come from Minotaur tribes that might be around the Aresian Peninsula. Sometimes they might come from the Greater Steppes and come all the way around Thalea. Sometimes they come from islands in the Cerulean Sea. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But this one of 4 should be arriving under the what's the word for it? Not tutelage. Under the command of House Antonius.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the main bastards that do the kind of chartering.
Interesting. Because we had dealings with Maximus there.
What kind of dealings?
As in, we have been informed of how he deals.
Okay.
And how his operation works.
Yeah. He through some past raids on Maximus's operations and those of his colleagues and associates, he's made himself rather difficult for us to, well, for the 2 of us anyway, to do anything about it.
Yeah.
He's they formed a bit more of a tighter circle now. They're more of a cabal nowadays than anything else. Yeah. These Minotaurs that are coming in mid to late morning. It's hard to tell. Sometimes tide brings them in a bit earlier, sometimes a bit later. But they'll be trekking in, coming in the Vulcanist district, which it's near enough to the military docks.
Okay.
I know those well.
You would know those well. And they'll be making a beeline to the Minotaur market.
Interesting. Yeah.
So it's so from the moment they land and disembark, we have about 2 hours before they make it to the fortified Minotaur market, because it might not seem like it when you're walking through the place, but that place is deceptively difficult to free anyone there.
Yeah.
Would you know the best place we could get them alone? I mean, it's early in the morning, but in the military district, there might be a lot of soldiers. It might be best to maybe ambush them and Stygian's robe.
The Vulcanist district, while it is like where the military ships our dock and the main kind of dockyard. It's more the like let's face it, like Mitros has not really put as much effort into their navy in recent years. They've Acastus, and he kind of tilts his head back in a kind of almost like a momentary kind of gesture of disgust. Acastus is he's focusing more on his dragons these days than anything else. It's a miracle the guards and soldiers that patrol these streets are even paid at all, if not for the fucking queen. So the ships have kind of, we know people. We're like, there's a little bit of money goes to in one direction, and some eyes are turned the other.
Yep. Is there
So
is it just you guys that are doing this with us, or anyone out any of your party?
That depends. Do you need us, or do you need more than us to do this?
don't think we need more than you per se, but well, we might use you both as more the scouts. You can really, so we meet in I'll name a small like square down there, maybe some trees, and we meet just off there just before dawn, and then you'll lead us there. Hopefully you can tell us how
Yeah.
many guards are likely to be there.
Do any of you have any form of magical communication?
Leia?
I
Yes.
can charm a person.
Now, charm is not what we're looking for. We're looking for like some long distance communication, so that like if they suddenly decide to come to a fork in the road and take the left hand fork when we're all prepared down the right for an ambush, like what are you like that kind of communication that's quick and sharpish, like
I can talk into your brains.
okay,
Is that what you want?
that's along the lines.
Good joke.
Like a simple sentence don't would have been fine, but yeah, if you can talk to us like that'd be great.
Wait, Carl, can you do
Okay.
that as well? Yeah. No. Oh, you. Oh, okay.
It's ask me in half a year.
Is it possible? Okay, so.
Now the question is, where do you want to do this? Do you want to do this in Stygian Row, Medicles, or Vulcanus?
I think is Vulcanus the least armored?
Well, Stygian Row is always going to be Stygian Row. Stygian Row there'll be more on guard in Stygian Row coming through here.
Yeah.
Medicles, that's like it's one of the posher parts of the docks. It's not quite as good as say like Calpus or Aparius, but like it's a nice part of it's a nicer part of the docks. Vulcanus, it might be we might be able to ambush them immediately, and it would be near enough to where we'd hold them up as well, so we wouldn't have to go too far with them.
That sounds like a plan.
It seems like they'd be most vulnerable between Vulcanus and Medicles anyway.
Okay.
There's. I wonder. How many? Like, curious. How many people could you get if we wanted to get more?
This is. We can source some more individuals if you want us to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you want to do more business with us, you got to prove to us that you're capable.
Absolutely. No, I'm just thinking of like strategy and distraction and like.
We can hire some young boys just to distract the guards for.
Yeah.
That like that's easily done. But if you're looking for trained individuals, it can be done. But
no, that's fine. Like I'm more thinking of like a decoy and distraction elements to this.
Yeah, we can get some young ruffians, bring them down from Stygian Row, tell them, make a nuisance of yourself around those guards.
Yeah.
I think that sounds good. So we'll see you in the just before dawn then in
and he tells you of a warehouse in the Vulcanist district that's on one of the side, like on a side street, that you know that district well enough to be able to identify the rough area that they're talking, and then you'd probably be able to find it very, very fast if you needed to. Prometheus. So
sounds good.
Okay. It's like, oh, I suppose that's business then. Another round of drinks?
Sure. Yeah. Let's get to it.
Yeah, maybe one more round, and then we might need to get going to a different part of the city. For the night. But
okay. No, keeping it mysterious. We'll talk to you in the morning about it then. Yeah, one more drink then. And you see they're kind of looking around, and one of them, the Nero, kind of turns and looks over at you, Leia, and he's like, "Who do you follow?"
Who do you follow?
We follow our hearts.
We
follow our beautiful hearts.
You show them your staff. Okay, it's like, that's never seen that before. What's it for? Like, who's the god? Because I don't recognize it.
Cantimate.
Do you say that, and like you just see Nero just kind of lean back and just take his drink and down it and goes, "Oh fuck," and puts it down, and Grecos is just like, "Never met one of you before. Okay. And he's kind of like just looking around. It's like, "You're Leia," pointing over at you, Carl. It's like, and he's just kind of waiting for you to introduce yourself.
Dude, bro.
Who
do you follow?
I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna do anything. Okay, you're just
I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, so he's gonna he does that. Okay, thing. All right. Then he looks over at you, Vigor. You got a fancy looking crown on your head. You're looking to be the next king of Mitros.
Yeah, you like it?
It is certainly iconic.
You want to touch it?
I'm tempted to take it.
You take it, you'll get some seriously angry blue veins. Not the good kind.
Angry blue veins. Are you saying that's what turned you blue? Oh shit! Okay,
You'll
you
never
can hold
know.
on to that. I'm good with my skin color.
You can touch another blue vein if you like.
Don't swing that way myself, but good for you.
Sure enough.
And then he points over to you, Phoebe. It's like, a satyr in the it's odd seeing a satyr around here. What are you doing? What's your story? Why are you here? Why are you with these
what?
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
people? You're not the oddest group I've seen around here. Like, I saw a centaur, I saw a minotaur, I saw a satyr, and then I saw some winged dude coming through here like maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
What's a winged dude? Winged dude?
He was calling like he said he was an Asimar or something like that. But
an ass? Why was he an ass? What?
He kind of was an ass. He was all up it. So like,
was it white feathers that he was
so
like, or
did you speak to the? Did you speak to the guy?
Yeah. Like we like to kind of just talk. Like we like to kind of keep tabs on people, kind of the interesting ones. And you lot are certainly an interesting one. So it's.
I'm boring. You don't want to be my friend.
Suit yourself. Okay. I kind of have an idea with gesturing to Prometheus and Xander. I kind of have an idea with the two of you what you guys are like. I'm just kind of trying to figure out the kind of dynamics of the party here. So like just kind of getting the capabilities of what we're dealing with, so that we can plan accordingly. So
absolutely, like I'm more of a hands-on melee based. I'm up close in your face combat.
Like I can see that with you, with three of you anyway. Yourself, big armored guy with and then like the blue one.
What do you mean the blue one?
You're blue.
That's true. He is blue.
And like,
I wonder
but
if
like,
Pooh is blue too. But I'm not.
it's just trying to get a feel for like we got a decent mix here, so it shouldn't be too problematic tomorrow. We're guesstimating that it will be about 6 to 8 guards.
Okay.
That's easy work.
Yeah, not it shouldn't be too bad. But one of the key rules when it comes to these things is keep the killing to a minimum, because you kill people, guards notice, people up on high notice, causes more problems, means they armor these things more, they put more guards on them, and then it's like a cycle. It gets worse and worse. It escalates. So
we'll try and knock them out if possible. You know?
Yeah. Like someone dies. No hair off my back. But at the same time, keep it down if you don't.
The
if you can't
guards, I take it, are orders of Sidon. Or what are they?
It's messy. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just fucking assholes. They can be. Like it's not uncommon to see 1 or 2 order of Sidon in there, just kind of keeping tabs on the whole industry, but it's generally not entirely Order of Sidon, because let's face it, while the Order of Sidon have generally been fucking assholes to everyone that is not to pretty much everyone of our races, they are not they don't hold they're not the only ones that can be.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not mutually exclusive. But yeah.
Cool.
If I think that's it, then I don't think I have anything really else to say. See you bright and early tomorrow morning. Good luck with whatever you guys are up to tonight. Make sure you get a good night's sleep.
Going for a nice bit of clubbing, you know. We have a party up the road.
Okay. Make a deception check.
I'm full on chuckling at this. Like,
make it with disadvantage. I'm gonna prompt you to roll twice then.
That's not too bad.
And then
Let's see. 13? Wait, 14?
You just see Greco's just go, right, yeah, party up the road. Sure. Yeah, go ahead. As long as you're good for the morning.
We will be.
Whatever you're gonna do.
Okay. So if there's nothing further, I was gonna head. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll head.
See you tomorrow. And they both leave.
I begin to follow them.
No, Vigor.
So you see, as you come out the door, you see the both of them heading southeast. Are you just gonna are you following them that closely?
No.
Okay, you're gonna try and follow them whole way, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, well, we can't talk to you because you're gone, but
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gone. He's
sorry.
just decided to follow them. Okay, in that case, Viger, I'm gonna need you to make a stealth check.
Wait, are you being stealthy? That's the question.
Are you being stealthy?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh my
ninja.
god.
22.
What's the
Okay.
perception check?
Well, like
what is-
they have no reason to expect that any of you would be following. Like they have a feeling that you guys are doing something later, but they've no reason to believe that you guys would be following them. So I'm using their passive. Like they had every reason to believe you'd tail them like previous night. So they start heading where's the map? They start heading south into the Cosmoplay district. And how long are you spending following them, Viger?
How long does that roll get me before I have to rerun?
Like as long as you want to stay behind them. You're just kind of blending into the crowd.
I mean, any intel I can get in between. The other guys are going to bed, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
They're
So
gonna
they're still in the.
Listen
They're
to
still in
what's going
the.
on.
They're still in.
We're gonna do some fucking killing. That's what we're gonna do. you're
Yeah, you could like the rest of the party. You're looking to go up after Maximus.
I feel like I should go on an adventure. I got a natural 20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
so
like,
go,
you,
go
you
for
can
it.
follow them for like,
Yeah.
but I just want to know how long you're following them, just so I can tell you how much you see.
To the point where I would consider it no longer useful information.
Oh, okay. So we were planning to go up to the place at dark. So when it starts to get dark, maybe then he knows to come back because.
Well, it's currently
Yeah,
like
yeah.
7:15. So
maybe like an hour or two.
So what? I could like follow them for like an hour to get back in an hour to sleep to then
yeah.
get up. Yeah, that could work.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to,
Do I have time to
trail them for an hour?
Okay, I'll trail them for an hour. Yeah.
Okay, trailing them for an hour.
I can also transform at will.
Random, yeah, at will.
So,
but
and I have opportunity. So
yeah.
Yeah,
no, I'm keeping this in mind. Like you rolled a natural 20 for 22, and they have no reason to expect you to be following them, and they like it's higher than their passive. So they
What is their passive actually? Just curious.
Not telling you.
Probably like 17 or something crazy.
And they so the journey they take is they go into the Cosmoplay district, head down towards the docks, talk to some individuals in the docks.
Would I be able to recognize these individuals?
Oh, you would no clue who these people are that they're talking to. You'd never have seen them before. But they look to be just dock workers.
Okay.
Nothing kind of special about them. Just maybe some context of this. Then they head south into the Metacles district. Keep moving through the Metacles district into the Volcanus district. Keep moving through the Volcanus district.
Metacles, then they go where?
They go south through the Metacles, then through the Volcanus, heading towards the Colossus of Pithor in the Phobisia.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah. There's a map that I've pinned in the Odyssey of Dragonlords channel. And you see them come up to a warehouse near enough to the Colossus of Pithor. Step inside, and that's as far as you get. That's as far as you can see where they go.
The Metacles, and then they go. Okay.
So Metacles, so they talk to some people in the Cosmoplay, which just looks like kind of talking to contacts.
Yeah.
Then they walk through the Metacles into the Volcanus and then into Phobisia.
Okay. And they stop at the Phobisia.
They stop in Phobisia, into a warehouse in Phobisia.
A warehouse. Okay.
And that's as far as you like. You spend another 5 minutes there. You don't see them leave, and you figure time to go back.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. When I get back, I relay that to the whole team. I'll be like, "Yo, guys, I managed to follow the 2 guys all the way down to the."
Well, that's a long time. We could have easily gone to
this.
the.
What are the what? Okay, so while Vigor spends an hour to an hour and a half doing this, because it's a bit of a walk, that you just saw them walking and you were just genuinely curious to see where they were going. By the time you get back, it's about coming up to 10 o'clock. The question is, what is everyone else doing in that 2 to 3 hour period? Are you waiting for Vigor to come back, or
probably not? Well, like our plan was to go kill this guy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, I guess we could wait to 10 though. It's not as much of an issue because we're waiting for darkness and the streets to get quiet and stuff.
I guess.
Already tell them to meet us up there.
Could I like if you want? Then we could spend 2 hours to 3 hours doing downtime, and then we go out.
Did anybody need a short rest or anything like that?
We could do a short rest, actually.
Oh, we do a short rest, yeah, sure.
That's a good shout.
I think I had something that will make a short rest, a long rest. To find it.
Oh, wait, the short rest won't get rid of the extra 8 hit points, will it? Or the long rest?
Read the inspiring leader.
Okay, right here.
Well, you could just re-inspire us, no?
You can only do it once a day, I think.
Once a day, so.
Oh no, it's just 10 minutes. You can spend 10 minutes inspiring.
Okay, cool.
Once per short rest. Each creature gains 8 temporary hit points once per short rest.
Okay.
So if you want, you can short like this will easily be a short rest if you want it to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Short rest, and then I'm just limbering up. I put the clothing over the armor and use ash over to dull any bright spots that might be polished, and over the shield and stuff to dull everything, and the trident point is all ashed as well to make it all dark. Yeah, that's what I've done. And maybe I'm applying ash and stuff to other people who wanted to get it more stealthy for this evening's adventures.
So you're all doing this. You're taking some poison, Carl. Took a little bit of poison.
If we're taking a short rest, like I might as well get some in, right? Before I take a bit of poison before a nap.
Is it good or bad stuff?
I don't even know what I have left. I have a good rat poison. I have 1 left now. I need more. Need more poison.
I'll also use a bit of downtime as well.
Okay, so you take 9 damage.
Taking ages. Fucking 15% of the way there.
Oh no, this is not downtime, and like downtime is 8 hours. What Carl's doing is just ingesting poison.
Okay.
Also, like you're learning a language you can already speak because you get it through the fucking shield that you have.
Like, I guess should I just change what I'm doing in my downtime? Probably,
yeah.
I probably should do that actually.
Oh, can I do that too?
Change what you're doing in your downtime? Yeah, you can. Yeah. Not gonna do that right now, but
yeah, that's
just
fine.
remember.
Do it another time.
When you have a little bit more downtime to actually change what you're going to do. So by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, you see Vigor walk back into the tavern, and you're all just kind of preparing yourselves. Vigor, what do you tell them?
Yo guys, follow these guys follow the 2 guys at the table for like 2 hours. I didn't think they didn't see me, so it's all good. They ended up stopping in like the Fabicia area, went into some like weird warehouse. I didn't think I should go any further, so I came back.
Cool. Well, it
Yeah,
seemed to be
maybe. I don't know. There
somewhat
might be some warehouse down there we could
Yeah.
scout out if you want.
So I will say, based on what Vigor has just said, can Prometheus and Prometheus and Xander make a history check?
Yeah, thank you. Oof.
Okay. You button?
Just this is Dr. Pithor we down, right?
Yeah.
Because in my actual backstory I have saying
Yeah, that's true. You can roll again.
because I did climb the statue once. I think that was the
Oh no.
oh, for fuck's
I climbed it more than you, Max.
I even had a lower DC for you. Yeah, so like Prometheus, yeah, you remember the statue Pithor climbing it and everything like that, but you don't really remember much of the area, other than just kind of that it was guarded. Especially the statue itself is guarded by the city and it's off limits. Xander, you remember a little bit more, and that is that the Fabicia district is more locked down than most other districts. And it's odd. It's very odd that they would be going into a warehouse there. Like in your mind, it makes no sense because from what you understand, that district is like off, pretty much not quite off limits, but it's unusual to see people just roaming around that area.
Yeah. Curious, brother. Sorry, Vigor. How did you get in there? Because like it's kind of a.
Oh, well, I didn't go in the warehouse. I was
but
outside.
like, how did you get into that district?
It's not blocked off or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just like how many people go around there.
Yeah.
Because
I know I was blue. I got some weird looks.
Okay.
They didn't want to mess with me. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
Question.
after that,
I just
go.
want to ask the party: should I wear my armor or should we go stealth? Like, are we going blaze to the wall fighting here, or are we going to go stealthy?
I think we should go blaze to the wall fighting.
Well, you don't need armor. I don't need armor.
That's true. I think we've got most of us got so like Leia's got the breastplate, mithril breastplate she can wear, she wants, and Phoebe's got medium armor, I think.
No, I've got light armor. I can only have light armor until soon.
Okay, so then that means you've no disadvantage. Vigor has no disadvantage. Carl none. So just Xander and myself, we got a choice to make. But we can allow the other chaps to go first, and we just hang back.
With the spell that I have to cast on self, can that be done through touch as well? So can I touch someone and give it to them and then turn into a dog?
You just cast it and you can pick people that
Oh,
pass out of choice.
Yeah, so could I not give it to one of the guys with heavy armor and then I can turn into a dog?
Well,
actually,
you can, but the thing is, there's no limit. I'm looking at the spell. There's no limit on how many.
Oh,
Like,
well then I'll just
we have
touch
to-
whoever needs it.
You could give it to everyone, like.
I'll just I mean, if I cast it one time, I can touch people and they get it, right?
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. You
Cool, I'll do that
cast it.
then.
So like you pretty much cast it, and anyone that you choose within 30 feet of you gets +10 to their stealth check.
Yeah, so I'll just do that. So anyone who feels like they need the advantage, I'll just give it to them.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And then I'll just turn into a doggy dog.
Okay, so then I'll put my armor back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So will I cast that now, or will I wait until we're doing the thing?
If there's no time limit on it, then you could do it.
Well, I mean, it's like let's say I do it when it's like a good idea to do it. Yeah. There's no point doing it like an hour and then there's like 10 minutes of a potential risk.
So should we make our way up there?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go.
Actually,
Alright.
so question: do we pause here, or do we go
Sure.
into the next? We keep going.
Up to you. It's ready to
I'm
go.
happy to pause, and then we can like have a nice,
Let's
exciting
pause
session next one.
Okay.
Pause would be great. I have to go into the office tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good
That's
timing.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I figured. Yeah, he might be working. So,
Fishy
Oh,
brains.
I keep forgetting it's a Monday.
are you
Fishy
working
brains,
tomorrow,
really.
Dan?
I was working today and I'm
Okay.
working tomorrow
Okay.
as well.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm
we'll-
working from home, so it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah. Okay, that was a good session though.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Nice session,
You
boys.
got a good idea of what you're going to be doing next now?
Yeah.